All right, Libras. Hi. Happy birthday to all you Libras. So this is the general tarot reading for Libras in October. And as I was getting ready for this reading, I'm just thinking about all my Libra friends. And of course, as my sister sign, Libras are very important to me and teach me a lot. And hopefully I teach them just as much. I gravitate towards men Libra suns. And I do know a few Libra women. My favorite, though, is to learn from women with Libra moons. So, of course, this reading is for your sun, moon, and rising in Libra. And what I do know from, what I do really learn from Libras is how to speak. My third house is in Libra, so I really want to communicate in a diplomatic way and in a fair way, including everyone, and being fair to everyone, and to resolve conflict swiftly and with integrity and grace. So Libras really teach me how to do that. And of course, being a sister sign to me, Libras and I have a lot in common, such as a little bit like being flaky. And this shows up because we really value our time and our presence, and if we feel that our time and presence is not really going to be the value of the fullest extent with that person, or that person will not take our time as seriously, then we tend to cancel, and sometimes it won't happen till last minute, especially with Libras. I have a friend that I consider a brother, an older brother, who is Libra, and he has really helped expand my horizons in a lot of ways. And that is because there's so many cards that are popping out. So let's start there. So for Libras, we have victory, wealth, and prudence. So very good signs, very good cards for Libra in the month of October. Jupiter is kind of wrapping up in your sign for the next 9 to 10 days. And next week and a half, roughly. Let's go there. And so things are kind of coming to an end and to a fruition, coming into manifestation for you with prudence. And things are also coming into wealth as Jupiter goes into Scorpio. This is really going to help with those things that you've been really hard on yourself for this past 6 months to a year, really driving home things and having a lot of expectations on yourself. And prudence just needs to continue to wait, that it's all going to come, that it's going to take diligent work and prudence and not rushing anything. And when it's easy for Libras to kind of rush things, not only in love, because they love so much and they love so dearly and give so much of their time and give so much of their value, whether that's gifts or whatever love language that their lover may have. They give. Libras are huge, huge givers and nurturers, and people can really take that for granted. As I was talking about my Libra brother, he really just changed my world. And I say that because he really expanded my horizons by his gift of chemistry. And not only that, he was someone that gave me counsel when I went through heartbreak and really helped me, reminded me of my worth at that time. So Libras have so much to give and so much value to have, yet there is that bit of impatience and detachment, like, is it even worth it to continue if you're not seeing the results? Continue with the results, because the roots are going very deep into luxury. So you're getting this life that you want, though every time that you're being impatient with it or doubting the faith and getting detached from it, then it's slowing it down. And what's really important is just to continue on this like diligent Virgo way. So let's start with communication, love, and action for Libras as we go on into October. Communication is the Empress. So just being very, not only just noble, but having the magic. And, you know, the Empress is like ruled by Venus. So not only like the luxury and the beauty and the grace, just remaining noble. People are probably going to get really catty as things are going into Scorpio. And going into your sign as well, there may be times that you're called to negotiate or to cool down a situation, which is not unusual to you as a Libra, bringing in the justice. Though this time it's going to be just like stuff that's very confusing, and there's a lot of emotions that are charged on each side that just make it like really just mind-boggling and kind of difficult to deal with. As far as love, Prince of Wands. So there's still some things in love that you are not so sure of in yourself that are still maturing and developing. And this is mostly things of the mind. You probably have some standards that are not very mature. And you're impatient with your lover or the prospect of that lover. And what I mean by that is that Libras know how much they can give. Libras know their value, their strengths and their weaknesses. And your lover doesn't really have that, unless they're another Libra, but your lover is still learning and learning through you. A lot of people learn through Libras. Learn about themselves and like how they interact with relationships. Libras already know themselves in a relationship. They are the sign, like the relationships of the zodiac, the extroverts of the zodiac. So you know that is in your general awareness, your soul awareness, your personality. That's there. Having patience for those that still like need more experience with interactions to really know themselves there with relationships. As far as action, satiety. So really allow the judgment to fall. Allow the judgment to fall and know that all the actions are good enough at that time for what you know. It's so easy to look back and know and think that we haven't done our best because we have that hindsight. You can't know that you're doing your best. Like, you give your best in the moment, but you don't know that you're doing your best or where you could have improved of until you have that hindsight. So all your actions, let them flow. Give them with love. Give them with royalty and magic. Yet stay with that pure love and pure vitality of what you do, and be completely satisfied with all your work. And even being satisfied with mistakes because you're learning. And then our last card is going to be about these challenges that you're going to have this month. All right. Really staying true and setting down a foundation. Staying true to that foundation and also respecting authority. And then you're going to want things to move faster than they are moving. Those will be your blocks for this month. One thing I wanted to show you guys with your reading is all the orange and blues that are in here. So a lot of fire and water. And what that tells me is that there's a lot of alchemy that's going on. So a lot of transformations are going on in this month for you. And a lot of closings are going on for you. Okay, Libra, I hope that really helped. And I will see you later this month. Peace and blessings.